Welcome to the Legendarium Green Team. I'm your host, Kyptan, and with me today is Cesky.
Hello, everybody.
And today we'll be covering Slayers of Old, an upcoming novel by Jim C Hines, author of several series, including Magic Ex Libris, Jig the Goblin, Janitors of the Post-Apocalypse, and the Princess series. He's also written numerous short stories and edited the Invisible series, 3 anthologies of essays about the importance of representation in science fiction and fantasy. This is the first I've read of him, but I think I can confidently say I'll be slotting his works in whenever I feel the need for a warm glass of humor and home. Chesky, I think you've read some of his works. Would you mind talking a little bit about your experience with that?
Well, sure. I have actually only read the one series by Jim C Hines. It's the Magic Ex Libris series with the first book, Libriomancer. I did recommend this in one of our first episodes here on the Green Team. And it's a great book. I love his writing. I think it's fun. It's imaginative. I haven't read a lot of his other works. I always plan to, and then something new pops up, and I'm like, oh, I got to read that one first, of course. And then I get delayed. But as far as I know, he's a consistently good writer. I haven't had any issues. Like, I felt like the quality stayed the same or got better as I was reading, and I've enjoyed everything I've read of his. No stinkers. So
Awesome. So is this your Terra Ignota?
no, I wouldn't say that it's my Terra Ignota since I haven't read the books, 10 times in the last year. But I have reread them a couple times, and they do hold up for me. So
Okay. Talking about this book in particular, we're going to do a little spoiler-free section. First off, let's talk about the general premise. Golden Girls meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Does that sound like a combination that worked for you? Because immediately I was like, I gotta read this.
Having never watched The Golden Girls, I didn't have a lot to bounce off of with that, but I know the premise and I thought it was good. I liked it, ex-heroes, people who've retired and they're called in for the final mission. It's always a good beat.
I could have used maybe a few more catty insults to fully get that Golden Girls vibe, but they certainly nail the hearth and home portions of the Golden Girls, which are possibly the more important part.
I'd agree. The lots of aspects had a nice cozy feeling to it.
Yeah. And I was excited to learn that it's set in Salem, Massachusetts, where I lived not too far from for several years. So that was nice, although
It was
there were
nice.
very few landmarks that stood out to me.
Well, I almost think that's a good thing. Sometimes when you get too invested in the landmarks, it takes away from the narrative of the story, trying to place the
Yep.
landmarks on a map and be like, could they have really done this drive in 10 minutes or 20 minutes? No, that's crazy, so.
And occasionally a book, or more often a movie, will make a certain real life location way more of a pain than it used to be, like the Joker steps in New York City.
Oh, yes. I could definitely see that.
So I'm glad that Salem doesn't have to suffer any more of that from this book. All of the pivotal locations do seem to be quite fake, except for the North Shore Mall, which is already, there's enough traffic there. You're not going to change it. You're not going to make it better.
It's tough to increase the traffic to a mall just from a book,
Yeah, but it is a recognizable location, a fair distance from our main setting. Did you have a favorite of the 3 characters? The 3 main.
Of the 3 main characters, let's see, in a non-spoilery way, I think I liked... I think I just like Jenny the most. I felt like she was the one I connected with the most, and she's the kind of the prototypical hero, right? Like, that's the one, and I just gravitate towards those ones more than the other 2, right? That's all it was.
I mean, she's the most chosen one of them, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. What about you?
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like Temple more, but I
Mhm.
feel like the book wanted me to care more about Jenny.
It does feel like it was more, in a non-spoiler way, it was more focused on her story than necessarily their story.
Yeah, Temple had a lot of introspective stuff going on and was maybe a little bit quieter
Mm-hmm.
and was perhaps a bit more plot relevant slash plot tied. Not that any of them weren't
Yeah.
really, but I feel like Temple felt the most plot gated. That's what I'll say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Won't argue about it, okay? Like, But for a non-spoilery section here, I did think that the three main characters and the characters in general were really good. I thought the relationships and the way it wasn't that fake family where it's like, oh, we're always so nice and perfect to each other because we're family, but it was like, no, they're gonna hurl insults and back and forth at each other, and they say something mean, and they don't really mean it because they're just playing with you, right? Because that's what you do. Like I felt like their relationships were more kind of real and connected. What about you?
Yeah, they definitely felt like people who regularly hurt one another and who have learned ways past that.
Is that what a family is, Kipton? Is that what we do here? Is we hurt each other?
I mean, it's more accurate than people who always get along.
That's very true. That's very true. They've learned to grow with each other. That's
Yeah. What, you want to get Evangelion fan Kip out here and say that all human interaction is a form of inflicting pain upon one another?
no, no. Let's keep Evangelion Kipton locked in his little box away in the corner. Or proud on display. Either spot works.
Yeah. The barriers between psyches are a necessary evil in order to promote individuality. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is some interesting engagement with a couple of those topics, I'll say, in this book, but I won't go
Yeah.
into spoilers yet.
No, no. Please save it for later. We've got so much.
I will say, before you started this book, were there
Mhm.
any tropes that you were hoping were going to pop up, or anything that you were kind of like wishing or wanting from a Golden Girls meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer household of three retirees?
I'm not sure. I wasn't sure when I picked it up if it was going to be the reluctant were called into action against our will, or if it was more of like the hey, I'm retired, but I still kind of do it on the side just because that's kind of all I know how to do. And it was a nice kind of mix between the two. So I kind of like.
Hmm.
I think I was feeling more for the reluctant hero, like I'm retired, I don't want to have to do this, but nobody else can do it, so I guess I'll have to do it, kind of a thing. And it was kind of that, but kind of not, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of any other tropes I mean, there's always the tropes that get me. The, person's gone past the point of return, and the good person's like, well, now I get to just beat you up mercilessly for quite a while. And there were a couple good payoffs for that one in this book. You know that feeling, the righteous rage when it's like, oh, you did. You just like,
You kicked the dog.
you're looking at the bad guy and you're like, you messed up. You crossed the line. You did it. And now it's too late for me to save you as the reader. I just have to keep going and reading and enjoying it. Like, that's my favorite. It's not a healthy love, but it's mine. So let's go with it.
Yep, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Personally, I was hoping for a Blanche. I was hoping that these weren't going to be sexless retirees,
Yes.
like I've seen a few too many times.
Mm.
And yeah, no, that there are intact romantic lives in this book, and I am happy for that.
I liked it. It stayed kind of right down the middle. Like it never went too crass, but it never went too prude either, right? Like it keeps you right down the lane on the good side, right?
I feel like it tossed out a few treats for the monster-loving crowd, to give them their more polite name.
So if you're gonna, you can't say their full name on this podcast. We have a no swearing rule here. Come on.
We do. So the loving.
No, I liked it that they weren't, like you said, just here we're people, we do our job, we go home and we sit in a room until the next time we're called out or like till we're on screen again,
And we have cocoa and biscuits and
Yes.
and a legal disclaimer posted at the door.
Yes.
I will say I love a bit of what's the name for it?
Don't know.
Threshold magic.
Threshold magic sounds great to me. Like home magic or hearth magic or
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that moment of crossing the threshold
Okay, yeah.
and entering a home.
I like it.
Totally not related to Evangelion in any way. No.
Never. We'd never bring that up on this podcast. Never. How did you feel about the humor in the book? Like the balancing of humor versus serious. I thought it did pretty good most of the time,
I thought it was pretty well done. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I never felt like any of it detracted from the serious nature of the topics.
Perfect. Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say like there were a lot of good quips and a lot of really funny lines and things that just kind of had me laughing. And even if they were during a serious time, they didn't feel like they were like taking away from the seriousness of it. It felt like they were more reinforcing it, or
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like the serious tones really came through, even though we're quipping and we're having some fun with it. You know?
Which is, in the style of both Buffy and Golden Girls.
Yes. So I think it was a rather apt discussion, or a rather apt
Comparison?
phrase thing that goes in front of it, advertisement for it. You know, like
Blurb?
yeah, comparison, blurb, yeah, all those words. There's tons of them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
Mhm.
worse. Do you feel like this book could be expanded into a larger world? You think there could be
Ooh,
sequels or
I want to say yes, but I have a specific way I want it to go about. If
Oh?
I like that, I think it would be good, but I don't want to talk about it until we get into the spoilers.
Okay, then I'll say one thing. Do you wish there would be new main characters in the sequel?
Yes, yes, and no. I would love a mentor mentee relationship, kind of a thing.
Okay,
Does that make sense? A
sure.
passing of the torch, right?
Yep. Okay. Then how about we give a little numerical rating to this book and then move on to
Right.
opening up for spoilers.
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Do you want me to go first?
I would love for you to go first.
Okay. In no one's, absolutely no one's surprise, I am actually going to give this one a 5 star. I was kind of teetering 4 and 5, and then I thought, you know what? It really sucked me in. It made me remember again, like why I love to read so much, and the humor was great, and it just made me happy. So I'm going to give it a good 5 stars there.
Personally, I ran through this pretty quickly. I didn't want to put it down. I
Mm-hmm.
took
Mm-hmm.
maybe one real break from it for half a day, and then I just went through. So I would give this 4 stars, a solid 4 stars for a lovely little palette cleanser and something I'm probably going to go and look into his back catalog for.
Yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable score.
And I'm very interested in that series of essays about representation in science fiction and fantasy. I saw that Aliette de Bodard was in there too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I haven't read anything by her yet, but she's been hyped up enough that I'm very curious.
Yeah, I like you did not want to take a lot of books. I only took books or breaks when my phone app said you've been reading for too long at a time and you are forced to stop for a few
Your phone
minutes.
app
And
does that?
I have a 60-minute timer, so if I read for 60 minutes straight, it makes me take a 1.5 minute break. Or no matter what I do, I can't look at the book. So I can still use the phone, which is the point, is to get me off the phone for a minute, but it doesn't. It makes me at least like stretch a little bit when I do that. So yes,
It makes you finally answer those texts from your family.
like they're not that important. Come on, the books are way more important. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I would love to read the Invisible. Sometimes they're a little, they're around, right? But I haven't read them yet either. But they're always look good. I've heard really good things about them online. So.
Okay. Then let's dive into spoilers.
Mhm.
3, 2, 1. If you're not enlightened about spoiler policies, go away.
If you don't care about spoiler policies, you should a little bit, and then come read this book and come back to us. We'll be here, I promise.
Okay. So I was entranced at pretty much from the start when I found out that there's a sentient house and a possibly senile wizard who can control it and commune with it immediately.
I knew that would get you. I knew that would get you so hooked immediately.
Defender of the Eastern Seaboard.
I like the comparison they're always making. You know, they got all these titles, and I'm this person and that and this and that, and then they're like, and now I'm just me, and it's like, like now he's lucky if he remembers to put on his pants in the morning. I used to remember to dress fancy and look important, and now he's like, I don't care as long as it's comfortable. I totally get that mindset.
I've heard from many elderly people pants are overrated.
That's just restrictive. No, it's
Compression socks do everything you need.
I think when I got hooked on it, I think it was through the first chapter. Each chapter is the alternating point of view. Did that throw you off at all?
Are they alternating? They did not seem to be in a strict order for me.
Let's look. It goes no. I don't think the first three are. The first three, and then they kind of
I
just
mean,
bounce
the first
around.
three better be.
Yeah. No, you're right. They don't strictly alternate, but it didn't bother me at all. It was easy to catch up who I was in and what was going on without being worried about being lost at all.
Yeah, I could have used perhaps a bit more temple, but that's bias.
Well, I think they have to keep him back because he's plot gated, kind of like you said. He's just
100%, 100%. He's like,
for the most
I
part,
can't even do
yeah.
a simple tracking spell. No, buddy, come on. Think of what else could be blocking the spell. Don't. You're the magic guy.
It makes sense him being so much more weakened though throughout. Like I felt like there
His
was reasonable.
insecurities are forefront more than his powers, which
Yeah,
is fine.
yeah. But his connection with the house was really cool though. Just like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, the house has a life of its own, moves things around for you. I loved it. The house was like a fourth character
can make a whole new guest room
or two.
or two. But the piece about the house that really got me was when the house made a shrine for Jenny.
Yeah,
It made a little nook for her. That was possibly the most touching moment for me.
yeah. I think that the ending scenes at the end with the house are pretty. It's I don't know. I liked it. I liked everything, of course. It's me, but where it's trying to not like suck them dry, but is taking kind of all their power to help isolate things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much as the emotional resonance as the altar, but I still think it was nice.
No, that it's not about a house recognizing your religion and giving you a space to practice it. That's a
Yeah,
sweet
it's not the
gesture.
same. Yeah. The house slowly enchanting the mice to be smarter and stronger and faster, able to cast fireballs.
That was a lot of fun. And Temple escalating that arms race as one of the last things he did before he died is a hilarious piece of continuity for his history.
Yes, that was fun. I love the mice.
Because the house's person died. And so I think the house's next like bloodline is going to be in these mice. And that's what I want from a sequel
That's what you
series.
want for the sequel series.
I want the borrowers with mage mice.
But that would be an acceptable alternate route for the series. For a series for me, I'd love to see it focus more on Ronnie, on him, and going forth and doing stuff. Right?
Okay, have another Dresden Files.
No,
Ronnie had that running gag of this is the Kensington family, whatever.
I know it was so funny
And
every time.
it was not funny. It was
It wasn't.
cringe. It was groan worthy funny. It was dad humor. That's why you like it.
I am a
Um,
dad, so it makes sense.
but when he pulled out the Kensington family rocket launcher, that made me put the book down and laugh and immediately text the group chat.
That was funny. It's just silly because it's just totally the thing I could see a 16 to 18-year-old kid doing. This is the Kensington family panel smoker. This is the Kensington family rocket. Like rocket. Just, if we have to, we could blow up the house. It's like let's tone down those violent tendencies as a teenager that you have. We don't need to name everything. It could just be the rocket launcher. It's okay. Like.
No, it's the Kensington family rocket launcher, and it comes out of the glove box of the car.
This has been passed down in my generation for years. Oh,
Yep.
sure.
Which
Oh.
also a Buffy moment. She uses a rocket launcher once.
I think I remember that episode. Yeah. I did you feel about the plot and the pacing and the twists? Did you think they were good?
Uh, it felt a little bit slow, just a little bit though.
Mhm.
But no, other than that, fairly fast paced and nice thriller pace.
Well, yeah, I think it was a little slow to uncover the main kind of thing. Oh, it's a Shoggoth and it's creatures
Yeah,
beyond our understanding. I felt like these people have never heard of Cthulhu before. You guys even mention him. You shouldn't. I mean, you guys. I felt like they should put those together a little faster. But
they seem to be caught ridiculously unaware for who they're supposed to be.
they have been mostly out of the loop though for quite a while.
No, no, she runs an active clinic in her basement.
Well,
Or not in the basement, but you know.
yeah, but basically, yeah. I don't know. That part didn't bother me. It was more just like, what could this possibly? I don't know. I really like the chapter headings or the epigraphs, where it's Alex talking to his minions and be like, "Look, this is how you say it. This I
That's how you
sound
say it.
like
It's not that hard.
yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I need a lozenge. This is murder on my throat." You know, just like I liked that back history and the backstory and being like, "Oh, this is kind of funny." Like we're seeing their perspective and like
Those were pretty funny.
you hear him practicing his monologues and being like, "Aha, I've got you," you know, and then like it's all wasted.
He seemed younger than I expected him to be, though.
He did seem younger than the other ones, but I kind of attributed it more to the magical power sucking, just more enhancement on him, but you know, or whatever other artifacts he
Seemed
may or may not have been
younger in
using.
thought too.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I don't know.
But hey,
That's
he's a guy, so
he's a
that always tracks. It's never unbelievable.
It's true. It's true. No, I liked it. I liked that. I didn't. I didn't like it, but I did like the way Morgan was presented as like he has the abilities because he's part demon succubus, but then he wants more because he wants to just know, and his dad's so against it. It's just that typical like. I don't know. I felt like that scene and those scenes were like really impactful to me. Is just like that is totally how I could see anybody responding, like especially to a family member. No, you don't know. I want to. How did you feel like that was?
I found it extremely interesting the implication that if you truly loved someone as a succubus, you can't not make them fall in love with you. You can't
Yeah.
not emit the pheromones. And like maybe you agree to get married via Zoom or something. I don't know. There's definitely workarounds, but
There's definitely workarounds, but I think I mean,
once
are you?
once you're in an in-person relationship, those pheromones are going to be there. And what is
Yeah,
consent in that relationship from that point on?
right. Yeah, it's like I said, I think he did well talking about those concepts and those thoughts. He didn't shy away from putting it out there and saying, "Hey, what's this?"
Yeah.
She did say that it can only create desire, but obviously a strong enough desire can overwrite and make you not think about the actions you're actually taking. You know what I mean?
With enough communication and attention and possibly a mind reader or two, maybe you could tell the difference. But
A mind reader too.
hey,
That's funny.
it's not out of possibility in this world. And who knows, maybe there's like a magical item you could make which would tell
Yeah,
when there was a conflict between desire and I don't know.
free will. I had this this was a quote that I took from the book where Annette is thinking to herself that she'd been a bad mom and she was like, children were worse than demons. They were uncontrollable little chaos tornadoes. And I was like, that is spot on. Like as soon as they can walk and move on their own, you love it because they're independent, but you hate it because like they get into literally everything, no matter what you
Look,
do.
she runs a bookshop, and even though it's a secondhand bookshop, those jammy fingers are going to get everywhere.
Yeah, it was just funny. I loved it, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was true that sentence there, and I loved it. Like they're talking like it's so odd how many times we have to break into schools to thwart these interdimensional terrors and like world-ending apocalypses. Everyone's like, how many apocalypses have there been? They're like, well, there was this one and that one.
Straight out of Buffy and Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. There were those three apocalypses. Temple died in two of them, but then he got better.
He got better. He
He
got
got
better.
better. That's all that matters. So it was just a hoot, just in the realistic nature that like evil doesn't stop. It just you delay it till the next instance. You delay it till the next instance, and you hope that the next people stand up to it as well.
Look, at least there wasn't a hellmouth permanently open on the city.
That's true. There was one line that I was like, there was one line that I thought I was like, oh, that was a perfect line for this story, but I hope I never have to read that line again.
Oh,
It's here. Temple extricated his hand and slid open the van's side door. Let's go inside your mother. Because, as you know, the mother has been possessing the van, and it was just hilarious and perfect. But at the same time, everybody was like, no, we never want to hear that sentence ever phrased again. Please don't.
ever again.
So,
But
let's see.
hey, clairvoyance inside someone is more difficult, right?
Yep, Dan.
Here, it's a security measure.
It's a security measure. That's right. It was. So, yeah, just like I said, so much fun with this book. Just laughing every other page. It felt like, little jokes, little things, but hitting the serious topics,
You got to find the humor when you can. Is definitely one of the messages of this book.
Yeah. Puckwudgie slaps in that. I love slapping humans. Thanks.
Yeah, it's got that like slapdash world building of just okay, this is real, and this is real, and this is real, and this is real, and no, none of the Salem witches were real.
Got to stick to that, man. Come on. Got to be consistent. The Salem witches
You
weren't
got to be,
witches.
yeah. Look, you can't have the Salem witch trials be a real thing that
Or
justifies that.
yes, that's true.
But you totally can say that witchy people moved into Salem because that's just also objectively true in the real world.
I've heard it's very, very influenced by its past in that way, that a lot of people move there because they have those
Oh, look,
feelings.
if you have always dreamed of painting your house purple and keeping cobwebs up year round, move to Salem. You'll find all the people like you, or way more people like you than you ever expected in a 10-mile radius.
It's good.
If you want to have a cauldron or multiple cauldrons in your house, if you feel like a spider motif is a great theme for home decoration, if you feel like you want to get familiar with what Eye of Newt actually is, yes, it's mustard seed. Uh, go right ahead and move to Salem.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to have bubbling aromatherapy out of your little brass cauldron on your nightstand, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You can find your
That's
significant
funny.
other there, and you can make artisanal brooms together, which you sell to tourists.
As much as it was kind of a haphazard world building, I didn't feel like anything. Obviously, there's going to be, well, they'll just make a thing and make a potion. I don't think the story itself was too concerned about saying, like, look, here's all of the 100% intricate details, but just like supernatural
No,
things exist. Some of them are bad, some of them are just trying to make a living. I like her oath that says, her hunter's oath, where she's like, I am dedicated to stopping the people who are unnaturally breaking the cycle, right? Because there are evil things or bad things, but they're part of life. Like the harvester at the
yep,
beginning, just doing what a harvester does. It's going and finding dead souls that haven't moved on, and helping that cycle go on, right?
a spiritual janitor.
Yeah, right. And so I liked that it was more stopping the unnatural things and her conflict with, accepting her power, and just her theme I thought was nice, where it's like, that something bad happened because she keeps referencing it without referencing it. And then as we get more and more, we're like, yeah, okay, now we see it,
Yeah, she's a Buffy who got really sad that she had to kill her version of Faith.
Yes.
Especially because her version of Faith did not really seem to be as bad as the Buffy version of Faith.
Still killed multiple people. And
Sure, sure, but wasn't trying to.
well, come on. I mean, who knows where it would have gone eventually. But yes, I understand and I agree. So
Wasn't taking vindictive pleasure in.
Right. I mean, it can't be a complete Buffy ripoff, Kypton. Then it would get in trouble. Like,
No,
it's got to
no,
keep a
no.
little bit of
Instead, it
distance there.
reminded me more of like Special Forces Black Ops retiree.
That's funny. Was there anything you didn't like in the book?
Hmm. Other than Temple being straight, uh, other than Temple being weakened, other than
Well, you could say Temple being weakened. You didn't like that. I mean,
yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't love how he needed to take such a back seat so often, and was often only reacting to information that was brought to him instead of
mhm,
contributing his own.
sure, that's fine. I think it helps keep us still sad when he dies, but not
Yep.
heartbroken. Like get a little bit of that forced separation. But yeah, I wish he'd been able to do a little bit more proactively.
Yeah, because it
But
seems like he never searched his house for harmful magical spells.
when you're that connected to your house, though, do you need to?
I mean, if you expect malign influence on you from an
From your
apocalypse,
grandson? Like, I mean,
maybe that seems like due diligence.
I feel like I can agree with you, but at the same time, I can say like when you're dealing with themes in the realm of Cthulhu, like your normal, unless you're actively looking for those kind of things, your regular ones aren't going to cut it because they're so outer
Look,
dimensional.
I'm just saying the operational
But
security of these retirees was low.
that's fine. As far as things I didn't like,
The villain was very hateable at the end. I liked that.
he did delve into hatefulness right away. I mm, I didn't like. I like that she's keeping him alive because it fits her character at the end. But I also was like, nah, just kill him, just toss him. I was like, let's toss him back into the portal. Maybe that'll stop the portal from going on. Like he's a tether. Let's throw it backwards. Like that's your punishment. That's what I thought was going to happen, and I was like, well, that's okay. Things I didn't like. I don't know. Sometimes things felt a little go here, solve a problem, go immediately back to the house, fix that,
100%.
solve a
Yeah.
problem, go back somewhere else, solve a problem, go back to the house. Like it was fine. It wasn't bad, but it felt like, I mean, the home is the main point of the book, right? The main focus. So it's like, that's fine. Like they go out to deal with the Shoggoth and then immediately they're called back home. Maybe if they'd gotten the call right before then, that they're attacking the house, or we know that they're attacking the house before they get to the Shoggoth. That puts a little bit more tension. Like we have to kill this fast.
It felt like there was quite often not enough reason to get Temple out of the house, but they had to do it anyways.
Yeah, uh-huh. Which again, I think for both of us, we're just saying these are things that we found, but like they're not enough to obviously detract from the overall enjoyment of the book. We're looking for something. That's kind of what we're seeing.
Yep. Not enough time spent building up the other characters of the town, but it's a short book. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do in a standalone? You can't make
Yep.
everybody give them that much time. I loved when they're in the house and it's the final fight. This is where my righteous rage comes in, and it was our Artemis fully manifests through Jenny, and she's like, "Hey, it's me, Artemis, and I didn't make no fighting promise." And the guy's like, "Oh crap!" And Artemis is like, "Yep, it's time."
Yep.
And then the butt kicking commences, and I was like, "I love it." It's like it's that Buffy power fantasy. It's my turn to wail on you now. Greatness. So
Yep. I will love Artemis seasoning a vessel through that has been freely given through worship and just delivering a beatdown on an arrogant man who has violated one of her devotees.
yeah, and her promise that she's like, and I need ice cream. Ice cream. We need to go for strawberry shakes. And you buy me the Beyonce album. I love that she had that humanness to her because the Greek
Musical
gods really
tribute.
are that way. Yeah.
Hey, look, music is high art, and gods appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Artemis was a sister to Apollo, Lord of Music. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, no, it worked. I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah,
great. I
yeah.
love that she turns on the iPod and just lets it play into the shrine, and it's like, yep, tribute's done. I did it. Like, put it on repeat for a little while. Artemis loves it.
Yeah. I was a little upset it was coming through an iPod speaker, but whatever.
Yeah, get out of here with your purist Apple ideology here, Kipton. Come on.
No, come on, that's my audiophile ideology. Get yourself a Boston acoustic speaker or something, and really bring in the local flavor.
No, I don't think your ear can hear such minute differences for the most part, but maybe Artemis can, and it's worth it for her.
The Bose factory is out in Framingham. Come on.
Yeah, we're trying to delve not too deep into the landmarks here, Kipton, keeping it
They shape
general and
their building like a
available.
giant Bose speaker. Come on, they want it.
That's funny.
They want more
That's
tourists.
funny. Uh, well, would you recommend this book to, Kipton?
I would recommend this book to a lot of my Salem friends who don't read a ton of science fiction and fantasy, but love witchy stuff.
It's got the witchy feel.
Yep. I would recommend this to a Dresden fan,
Sure.
especially a female Dresden fan. I would recommend this book to anyone who loves Halloween, cozy fantasy, witches, Buffy, Golden Girls.
I was gonna say, if you don't mention Buffy, like I think if you like Buffy at all, you'll like this book. I think it would work really good as a palate cleanser for any
Charmed.
kind of person. Yeah, Charmed was good. I remember Charmed. Yeah, parts of it were good. Let me clarify. Parts of it were good.
Parts of it were good. Yes. There's a bit of a
Yeah.
mention of fashion in this, enough maybe for a Charmed fan.
Maybe I don't know.
I maintain that the '90s fashion of Charmed was the best part of it.
That's a hill you're gonna die on eventually.
It's
That's a
okay. I have company.
you will.
Who would you wreck it to?
I think I'd rec it to most. I mean, if anybody came and was like, "Hey, I want like a Halloween book," I think this would be a perfect Halloween time of year book. It's a quick read. It's simple and not too like overly complicated. So if if somebody just dips their foot into reading, you could easily hand it to them and be like, "Hey, this is a fun, enjoyable book," and they'd get it and understand it. I think it's got enough for the Dresden fans, like you said, especially people who want that, who have that feeling and that Buffy love. That was really great. Since I haven't seen the Golden Girls, I really can't comment on if you like Golden Girls, you'll like it. But if
Oh,
you
you
like
gotta see the
old
Golden
people,
Girls.
then sure, this book has old people in it. Like I don't know, they felt like 40s, 50s, so it's not like old. As I get closer and closer to that age, it's less and less old in my mind. I really do think most people would enjoy it. It's well written. It's mostly fast paced and fun. And then
I
kind of
mean,
what you said.
how old is Annette though?
Well, she is
Isn't
old,
she
but
like
since she
150 or something?
yeah, but she's got the age and feel of a 40 to 50-year-old with the amount of things she does,
Fine,
especially
fine.
with the demon succubus, lifeline through her. So
She'll live a while. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Well, I think that about wraps it up on our coverage of Slayers of Old. It's been a fun time, and I look forward to another podcast on Jim C. Hines, maybe sometime in the future.
I would love it. I would love
Okay.
it a lot.
Well, thank you, Craig, for letting us this corner of your media empire. Thank you, Horizon Brave, for getting us all started. Thank you to the Jingle Punks for our intro and outro music, Galactic Damages. This has been the Legendarium Green Team signing off. Bye.
Bye.
We got an advance copy of this from Nick Kelly, but our opinions are our own.